Hey, as a Puerto Rican writer, performer, and creative producer, her work blends incredible wordplay with powerful storytelling. She's been lighting up stages for across New York City for years, from sold-out shows at the Apollo Theater to her one-woman poetry play, The Long Way Home, at the Triad Theater. She is bringing poetry to life in a big way, performing her spoken word pieces, Doncellas, and 29 for the umpteenth time. Please welcome the lovely and talented Leah V. Woo!
This is Doncellas featuring Shaq. All of the maids in Manhattan, Siamese twins together and robotically moving in unison, Doncellas like rockets kicking dust and dead socks up. All those merry maids on the move, ducking and weaving through recently renovated linoleums. All those thick tongues so they stay silent unless they're back on the block mommies, the ones in plain sight who hide from ridiculous rights. All them, forget a Mr. Cleaner, this be Miss Conspicuous, spotless goddess, those warriors never stamped who hardly stand a chance, a women sealed in sacrifice in order to well-round our existence. I swear only they compare. Put my mother and me amid the dingiest of dust and dirties and watch as we navigate that war. Watch the divinity of Fabulosa all over crooks and crevices, miraculous miracles as unmesses. Watch the Gleam team reign supreme on the pledge floor scheme. Watch as Tito Puente moves mommy into magician mode as she decodes furniture, creates centerpieces of broken wreaths, grandiose displays of paper clips and papers dipped in scraps of used notebooks. And watch as she arranges too many instruments she knows will pivot in palms as she salsas all over my father, all over Willie Colon. She never misses a beat. Suddenly, the most convoluted space makes neat. She sees things crowd and creates crowns, puts it down with the cluster. Now watch as we shift to my sister as she musters all things suddenly luster as she thrusts dust into a bluster. She's got boil marinating. She's spitting Biggie while cooking, washing clothes while hooking pots to their places, making space in all nates. And Amy serenades me as I move mountains to mop tops. We're all prancing, creating backdrops, recalling articles, debating chronicles of when we had less, when it was buses and frozen meals, because mommy worked overtime, because my sister made 2 more humankinds. We've been trained as caregivers, soldiers of servitude. I swear my mother will suggest a shirt off her back after forcing upon you a baked goods attack. I've seen my sister take out the last of what she had, place it on a plate, and yelled, "Eat it," in my face. And this keeping of house, it makes me reflect, it makes me depict my ancestors, calloused, corroded, singing sweetness, cutting sweet sticks along La Isla, all the same. Now, when they were colonized by Spain, followed by good old American Joe, when the sand between their toes felt less free than it had before, when they struggled with the sounds of uncertain, closed curtain, illogical Ingles, when they began to change the way they dressed, when they didn't realize as citizens they remained oppressed, when they were sexualizing youths, labeled stupid yet pursued, when San Juan became the Bronx, when the back door became the front, did they ever imagine? Did they ever think it could be our floors we scrubbed, our very own tiles rubbing past the falsified foreign identity of Mrs. Liberty wearing Uggs past that D-train toward us? We hold magic. Anything you can do, we can do bleeding. Anything you can do, we can do beating eggs for entire elaborate guest lists of our own meetings. The men make space for us in our era. In nuestra familia, the patriarchy moves aside that wage gap and cares for us even if we can't move aside our pride to ask. My father worshipped the woman he wed. They act as a unit so fluid that I learned to not tell one without expecting the other to address the cover with me directly. The roles we hold reek of respect. We never neglect the needs of one another because we know we're stronger together than alone, and fighting white America as a whole been the goal. Since 18, we took it to the polls. And we took it to the other polls, the ones that hold palms as you walk upstairs. Mira, Leah, don't forget that spot over there, my mother reminds me. We've been cleaning. It's in our blood to scrub. They tried to dumb me down and I scrubbed that. I'm not your sexy, feisty clown. Yeah, I scrubbed that. Listen, my tongue contains multitudes. My linguistic skill is overused. I does that. Doncellas women hit you with the English, Spanglish, Spanish, Latin root, all while hovering over hot food. We bounce back, we cater, we carry, we clean, we never concede, and we attack eloquently. So it's best you bless yourself by letting us out of that box before we break out. We got numbers. Still the largest growing population in New York City. So build your walls, and our Lysol disinfectant wipes will ruin by rubbing you off, and we'll walk past collegiate aisles all educated and dedicated to our people. But what do I know? I'm just a New Eurekan chick on all fours on the floor answering my Saint Mother's call, not being able to recall the last time I got that corner of the hallway. We've been cleaning, and we hold magic. We stem from soil. My mother, the sun, and my sister, the water. So watch me make corruption weep. Watch as I seep into society. Watch as I blossom into my ancestors' wildest dreams. Que bonita bandera. We sing as we clean, clean, clean. This is 29 for the umpteenth time. The return of July 14th, and I'm recalling my face beat across every NYC poet's favorite ferry ride. I've accrued more scars and more stretch marks since my last lap of sun charge, more blisters, less resistors, and yet I remain vain. You see, somewhere surpast the 27 Club, I proclaim that it's okay to obsess over aesthetic when you're simultaneously an empath who expels on everything. And okay, maybe I just justified, but it's my day, and I'll make peace with insecurity's treason if I choose to. Since my last leap, therapy done gifted me choreography to unweave my time behind and my time beyond. I am unlearning myself. I keep trying to age in reverse, but I now find each new wrinkle and fresh Ghana more blessing than burden. I remain vain. At the festival, this girl said, I can't believe you put on makeup in this heat. Baby, didn't you know I aspire to be the Latina Barbie my girl Jen never had within reach? Listen, when you look good, you feel good. And it took this warm body too many moons and wounds to make that ring true. To expel stage energy when I couldn't get up off that couch. So yes, in full eloquence, I always show the out I dress all the way up and all the way down, because when the brain badgering of news rained nothing but venom on my innards, I was forced to bow down to the PTSD that didn't give not a one damn about my priorities, and I got up off that couch. I get up off that couch, verbalize my blessings, let gratitude leak from all this mouth. I try to provide flowers while my people can still physically breathe. I keep a plethora of platonic lovers, and I drink these daily pools of poetry. And yes, I still keep some pocketed regret. Despite my message, I still despise my size and each prize picture taken of me, but best believe I'ma post that shit. D told me it's only a thirst trap if someone gets caught up in it. And trust I'm the baddest I ever been while my left hand glistens and gleams. I keep an existence only once existent in my wildest dreams. I do all of this while still medicated and clinically whatever. So clever it be, I ingest book after book as I mold my own galaxy. And I got all these gorgeous people planets surrounding me through every sin and travesty. And I get to hug those humans. A lot and often. And okay, I'm still configuring my X-year plan, but guess what? That vision no longer contains my own coffin. I remain vain. She said, I can't believe you put on makeup in this heat. Baby, I was brewed in the sun. Let it leak all over me. I like to look good. I dress myself like the doll they should have made of me when I was stained like plastic, but made of old wood. And yes, I'm still up. I still be seeking too much. But I know now that my skin and my coil all boiled concocts the softest of sand. And on this long-legged land, I've written many a recipe since last season's past. I mix my water with oil. I make the most delectable soil. And each day I get to bet on the beat of my very own drum, on the hum of my instinctive melody. I am blessed to be here. All age compiled, still wild and running through my stunning beam of imbalance. She said, I can't believe you put on makeup in this heat. And with my teeth all large, I looked over at she. Trust I know this much of my perpetual appeal. I'm everybody's treat, but I'm not everybody's meal. So I replied all sweet, cause this last year taught me just how to pause to release. Plus, I adore my being. Still blossoming Barbie, way beyond real. I replied, you should be way more surprised I'm not out here in heels. So last year, I abstained, remain vain, but this year I devour. I tower over what once seemed ideal. I'll never stop playing dress up. I'll never stop writing feels. I'll never stop painting. My face or my being both sit nearly as pretty as a room with no ceilings, just almost exceeding this honey drip poem made up of my very own healing.
Give it up for Leah V and her guitarist, Shock, y'all!